Here we are, guys. We're back. Another video, another project starting today. Look at this beauty thing. Oh, hang on a second. Look at this beauty right here. Ain't this nice? Look at this nice SRT 392. I've always dreamed of owning an SRT 392. No, not, well, a little bit, but not like this one. This is the SRT 392. It's a 2018. It got a little bit messed up slightly, you could say. Yeah. This is a special car. Look at how nice this is. Isn't this nice? What we're gonna do is restore this entire car from the ground up. We're gonna straighten the trunk and straighten. Sorry about that, guys. The battery died in the camera. And Car Rack is here. If you don't follow Car Rack on his YouTube channel, we're doing this build for Car Rack. We're not restoring this car. We're taking this motor out of this car and putting it in Car Rack's 392. The YouTube channel, it's on the YouTube channel, Car Rack. C-A-R-O-R-A-C. It's forwards and backwards. Sorry, there's a special name for that. What's it called when it's the same word forwards and backwards? There's a special name for it.
Palindrome?
I think it's palindrome, yeah.
Palindrome,
so it's C-A-R-O-R-A-C, Car Rack. And what we're doing now is he purchased this car from Copart. And we didn't purchase it because we liked the way it looked. We purchased it because we took the trunk off. It came with a trunk. We purchased it because of what's under the hood and the drivetrain. And the interior is, all we care about is the dashboard and all the other stuff like that. The hood is open. The wheels has, 2018 392. And then this is, what's under the hood is what counts. The hood is still in decent shape. But in here we have the 392. And the engine bay is completely untouched, All the impact was in the rear of the car. We got Raven here polishing the 300 outside, the Hellcat. So here we are.
I need a terry cloth.
Terry cloth? I don't have a terry cloth. So, so we're gonna. This guy is fucking the video up. But yeah, that's the problem today. We got too many characters in this one garage here today. But yep. And here we got Raven polishing this thing. So, here, this is Car Rack's car today.
Huh?
This is Car Rack's car today. Raven's polishing the whole car. A lot of people contacted me about if the car is still for sale. It is still for sale. So, what do you think, Car Rack? You like it?
Bro, come on, man. Like, seeing a Hellcat, 300 Hellcat in person is whole another level when you see just on photos or videos.
Or YouTube.
Photos or YouTube doesn't do justice for this car that you see in person. This thing is nasty as fuck. Like, I don't know, this thing is crazy. I wish I can afford to do a build like this, but for now I'm just cool with the SRT, but this thing is crazy.
Yep, this is gonna, we're gonna take it for a ride later. We'll go for a ride.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, do a ride. You do a ride.
Yeah, cool.
So, but back to this thing here. We're gonna put it up on the lift. Today's mission is to this size mint. Anybody need a door for a 392? Contact me, contact Car Rack on Instagram. But today, what we're gonna do is remove the whole lower subframe out of this car. The engine, all in one piece, remove the air box. But that's what we're doing. So enough talking now. Get to the video, I'll show you what we're doing. Alright guys, we got the exhaust off here. It's bent over here, as you can tell. See? We had to get that fixed. So we got the whole exhaust off. Took it off all in one piece. Just unbolted the cats. Took the whole thing off of here. And now, what we're gonna do is take the drive shaft off. We just took the heat shield off of here to get to the drive shaft. We have to unbolt these 8 bolts here, and these 6 here, these 2 in the middle, and drop the drive shaft down. We're gonna reuse this in the 300. So, and then after the drive shaft is down, I think maybe we'll take the rear end down first. Just take the whole subframe from the rear end down first, and then hopefully nothing's like too bent here. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, maybe he crashed because he had bad tires. There's nothing left. Like the center's shot. You can tell he's burning the tires. Look,
Just having fun.
they're having fun, yeah. And then this one is good. Is a good tire here. It's not bad. This one, a negative camber, is destroyed.
I hope you still okay because the car is in drive when we just bought it, so
I know.
that's what scares me.
I know.
The car is still in drive, so we have to park it into park.
Yep.
Without power, like doing all that.
Yeah. But now, before we drop the rear end, we're gonna unbolt the brake lines. We'll take the back wheels off. We'll unbolt the brake lines. This brake line, that brake line, this one, and then the gas filler neck. That's why I was taking this off to get to the tank. So, but that's what's next. Keep you guys updated. All right, guys, we're back here. Got the whole exhaust off. You saw. I just got the drive shaft out. I didn't film it because I forgot to film it. But next, we're gonna be lowering the rear subframe. I'm gonna undo the brake lines and stuff like this. Take the clean the calipers maybe. I'm considering leaving the wheels on the rear subframe. Maybe I'll take them off. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But next is lower the whole subframe. There's only 4 bolts. There's like this bolt, that bolt, that one, and that one there. And then gotta take care of the e-brake cable. But now, like I said, what we're gonna do now is just lower the car down. And if you look up in there, you can't see it, but there's 2 bolts to hold the suspension in the car. You see one there, the other one you can't, to the back of that one kind of. So that's what we're gonna do now. We put the jack stands here and lower the rear end down. I'll show you guys how we do it. All right, boys, we're back. Get the rear end out of the car. Looks funny with the wheels on outside the car. Looks funny. So then this is out now. We'll do this all in one day. Next is the front end. Will not take very long either. And then we have these dollies here to put the car on to roll out of the garage. We'll like fasten them somehow, some way. Put the whole entire rear ends out of the car. The drive shaft is out, everything's out, stuff like that. So next we're moving out to the front end. I'm gonna just lower the car onto the ground and just unbolt it and have it go down to the ground and roll that out as well, because there's just a couple electrical connections away from being loose. We're leaving the wheels on it this time. So we're gonna like open up the shock towers here, take the covers off, undo the bolts so they come out, undo the brake lines, other random miscellaneous stuff, and yeah, just go from there. Just lower it right down to the bottom and be lifting the car up in the air, and then that's it. I was getting kind of nervous before because I lifted the car in the air with no rear end in it, and I recently saw a video on YouTube where they did something similar with a Corvette and the car like teetered off the lift. So I was like, oh shit, we better lower it onto the ground, right? Yeah. So but car acts happy. We're getting a lot of work done. Yeah. And then we're getting there. Next is the front end, so keep you guys updated. All right, guys, we're back. We got the whole car taken apart. The cooling system's gone. Took the radiator out. All the coolant lines are hanging. Next, we're just gonna unbolt all these here from the car, both sides, the shock tower bolts, and then we're gonna loosen that on both sides first, and then the frame on the bottom. We have to loosen the transmission bolts too, the transmission mount. Yeah. Loosen those too, and then you know, after that, we're gonna just lower the whole motor down. We're gonna loosen the transmission bolts first that are on the bottom, obviously, and then the 4 motor mount bolts, and just lower the car down to the ground on the wheels. And
on the wheels. So
on the wheels.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So hopefully we have somewhere good that we can store it, you know, to keep it indoors and do what we have to do, you know. So, but now that's what we're gonna get into, and we'll see how it goes. So here we're doing. All right, guys, it's 7 o'clock at night. We got a fucking mess on our hands, don't we?
Yeah,
long fucking day. 392 is stripped. Well, aside from electronics and all this horse shit over here, you know, oh shit. But it's been just a super long day. We still have to get the car off the lift and outside, but that's what we're working on. But what a fucking long day, man. Long day today. So next we're gonna put the car on the lift, and I'm sorry, off the lift onto those dollies, roll it outside to keep it for the parts that we need, like the fuel lines and stuff. And after that, we're gonna send it to the scrapyard. So, but I'm gonna close out the video after this next segment, so we'll get right back to you guys. Alright guys, we're back. It's 1 week later. The last thing you saw was me and Car Iraq pushing the car out into the darkness. So we got that done. We slid it right back into its space over here. Car Iraq's here, checking out, pulling out the interior stuff. The trunk is nice. Yep, but today what we're doing is, yeah, he's starting to take apart the interior, like the visors and the glove box, you know, today, all that shit. So we have the front cover off up here by the windshield where the speakers are. So today we're doing just pulling this apart, and also what we're doing today is come around this side here. We got some Sawzall blades, and what we're gonna try and do today is cut through this and cut through this with the Sawzall blades to get this piece out of the car, so that we can remove the seat and see how bad the damage is with the seat and stuff like that. But there's just parts everywhere here, so Our main concern is just like, you know, what he said, removing the dash and the engine bay wiring harness. That's like the main goal for today. Don't forget your stickers on the fender there. See? So that's gonna be today's video. I'm just trying to cut this thing off of here and remove the dashboard, the steering wheel. I think the drive shaft is just hanging here because everything else is gone. Yeah, the drive shaft, that should come out easily. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna move the engine bay, take out the engine bay wiring harness to use on the swap. And you know, that's basically it. I think we might have to remove the fuel tank. I'm not sure, the fuel lines one day. If we need them or not, I'm not sure. It might be different than what's in the other car now, the 300. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna show you what we're doing. We'll get back to you. All right, boys, we're back. We did some stuff here a little bit off camera. A lot. Right, Karak? Yeah, see? Yeah, look at, somehow the window broke. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how that happened. We got glass everywhere. I got glass on my other car. I got vacuumed off this car here. Next, we're the moment we've all been waiting for. Wow, to cut the B pillar here. So that's next. But this is the condition of the trunk of the car. Look at these speakers. Pretty good, huh? It's calm. Yeah, all melted. You know. So yeah, that's next. I'm gonna try to get the seat out somehow. We got a brand new carbide bit, electric. Oh man, I can't talk. We got electric sawzall with carbide steel teeth blades, whatever you want to call it. Got the whole headlight harness off. Everything's over here. There's that thing. Everything's here. The headlight harness, the floor mat, the BCM, the airbag module. Look at the back of the seats. They were burned up pretty good. We got the carbide teeth. Look at this, for thick metal. So we're gonna try it right now. We got see what we're gonna do here.
Here we go.
Hopefully this works. All right, check this out. What do you think? All right, you ready?
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, let me check it out. All right, boys, we're back. We got this thing still sitting here. We got some door panels, some miscellaneous. We got the driver's seat out. That was fun. Look at this fucking thing here. Look at this thing. We cut that today. I cut that bolt. Good sawzall blades. The car rack's going to work, taking the speakers out. Car rack, I think you would say this car is stripped.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean...
Just this one thing. It's easy.
The panel?
Yeah.
So we're not taking the doors off.
Just the panel.
Just the panel. So next Saturday, there's Keith's dad, the challenger.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
So next Saturday, we're going to have the car removed from the property here. and you know, we accidentally knocked out the rear glass. Yeah, but everything's stripped. I mean, this car is ready to be trashed. And if you see the cabin harness there, it's there because when it goes into the trunk, as you can see, the trunk was on fire. So it's just like, you know, there's no sense even pulling the cabin harness out because the portion in the trunk is shot. So, but everything's here. Next Saturday, the guy's gonna come to pick up the car to scrap it. But the one thing we have left to do is remove the fuel pumps on each side, and we have to somehow jack the car up in the air, put it on 4 jack stands, and remove the tank and the fuel lines, because I believe the fuel line diameter in a 20, what is your 18, Shakri? 17 Chrysler 300, the diameter of this fuel line I think is smaller. So we have to remove all the fuel lines from the car and get the fuel lines out, and then yeah, get the tank out, and that's gonna be it for today. It's getting dark out. It's like 3 o'clock. It gets dark so early now. It's like disgusting, you know. He's over here removing. Tell me what you're doing.
Just taking off the door trims.
The door trim.
And this is very last step.
Yeah.
Before we try to just, you know, making sure that once we before we jack up the car, we're gonna make sure that we don't have anything that we need from this car. So we're gonna just bring it down here and then try to crash it.
Yep.
So there's no more going inside or working in the car. So
right.
This will be my last work. So, you know.
Yeah, we're taking the door panels off and we're removing the door wiring harness, because we're gonna swap these wiring harnesses onto his car in the 300 to support the Harman Kardon speakers system, you know. And where's that sub that we had? I'll show him. I gotta show you this. Look at this sub. This is the RF hub. We might need a new one. Look at this subwoofer. It's like completely burned. That's burned. Everything. This is where the sub was. It was in this thing over here. The smartest thing we did was to remove the glass.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would not been easy to get to. So, but that's a little update for now. That's where we're at. I mean, this thing's really stripped. I mean, there's nothing left. I want to see how the guy gets it on the flatbed, the rollback, because there's no wheels and tires. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I did say him, so the car is just a piece of frame, but then he said that should be fine. I'll just pull it up all the way. So I think he knows what he's doing for sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hope maybe
I mean,
we can just leave it on the dollies.
On the dollies, yeah, because
up.
yeah.
Once it goes up, we can, you know, just help him to just move up.
Right. I mean, because right now it's on the dollies, and this one dolly is funny because the car is so twisted that at some points, like this, like look how easy this is to move. That's how twisted the frame is on this car. So, but I mean, this thing's really, really shot. I mean, the only thing good left on now is the front windshield. I mean, it's tinted too. So, the sunroof shot. I mean, this thing just was destroyed. This thing belongs in the junkyard, you know. But so we're working on now. So we're gonna get into this. We'll take these couple door panels off, a couple wiring harnesses, and then we're gonna jack it up. And if anybody wants some good Charger doors, if you know anybody that needs Charger doors, contact me or Chakri on Instagram, Car Rack on Instagram, or at @boost_kings Instagram, and we'll just do stuff like that. I mean, this car is, it's so funny with this car because even the fire was just contained all to the trunk. Like everything that was in the trunk caught on fire, and it like was contained because the back of the seats are, it's right here, the back of the seat, and the back of the seat is just like, that was facing the trunk, just shot. Everything's destroyed, you know. So, but let me get back to helping my buddy work, and we'll get back to you guys in a couple minutes. All right, boys, we're wrapping up for today. Got the whole car stripped. You know what it was looking like last time. Got the doors here, the cabin air filter, the headlight, all kinds of shit here. Saturday, be coming to scrap the car, you know. So that's gonna be a wrap for this week's video, little by little. So. All right, boys, that'll be for this week's video. Next week, we're gonna start probably, I think Saturday, to come in to pick up this car, to scrap it. Yeah. Then I think Sunday, I think possibly Car Rack will bring his car here to have us start taking that one apart. And then, you know, put everything away. I said, you know, we have to get rid of this car first before we get to 300 here. So they come scrap this car, and then 300 comes. That's it. Right, Car Rack done?
All right, bro.
All good to go. All right, so we'll catch you guys next week.